We're so happy to have the head coach of Oregon softball, Melyssa Lombardi, with us here on the Coach's Corner following a thrilling four-game series at the Jane between number 7 Arizona and number 12 Oregon. Coach, I want to start with this. A conference series win against not just any team. I mean, that's Arizona. That's a team preseason that is among the few that you look at as a really good chance to not just make the World Series, but potentially win the World Series. That has to be a confidence boost for this team heading into the final series of the regular season.
Yeah, definitely. We knew that it was going to be a fight this past weekend, and I really liked from day one to the final day how our athletes competed and just how well they worked together. I thought we were clutch on offense, clutch on made some great plays on defense, and our pitchers gave us a chance to win the entire weekend.
Senior Day was on Sunday, and of course, in a normal year, you want a packed Jane Sanders Stadium, right? I think Senior Day is uniquely a lot for the seniors. Of course, it's for the seniors, but it's also for the fan base to kind of say their goodbyes to players that they care about so much. I think considering the circumstances, it went as well as you could have hoped, and I think it was a really classy act on the part of the program to honor Arizona's seniors as well. I get the feeling that it was so special and so important, not just because you're honoring a great senior class because they had a great ERA or a great average, but I think this senior class really embodied what it means to be an Oregon student athlete on the field and off the field.
I couldn't agree more. The senior class has been excellent from day one. I think about our first year together and just the adversity that we went through together, and we stuck it out. And just the grind that we've had every single day in practice as individuals and as a team, and, striving to get better and better. I think of the pack that they've had as student athletes, and understanding how important their academics are as individuals, but then how important their academics are as a team. So not only do we have a standard on the field, but we also have a standard with what they're doing academically and off the field. And culture is huge. And I think that they've really helped build this culture and create a standard of excellence in all areas.
The moment of the weekend happened on Friday night, and what a ball game that was. Oregon, no hits entering the 7th inning. Haley Cruz starts the rally. And then Tara McGowan had the SportsCenter top 10 moment, the first of her career, which was pretty cool to see. In an 0-2 count, she hits a 2-run walk-off home run. I think it was a huge moment, not just in this series. I think it was one of the biggest moments of the season.
0-2 to McGowan. She swings and hits one high and deep. Left field. It's a walk-off 2-run home run. Tara McGowan wins the game for the Ducks on Friday, 2-1. Tara McGowan has hit her 5th home run of the season. She's mobbed at the plate, and the Ducks take down Arizona. A jolt of life into the stadium for McGowan, and potentially a jolt of life into Oregon's season.
Arizona was on the verge of throwing a perfect game against us. We had great defense. We had great pitching. We had, they hit a bomb that made the difference for them. But Brooke was steady and tough on the mound. Tara was great behind the plate. Our defense was really, really good. And we're going into the 7th. And I remember our team coming off the field going into the 7th and not panicked, not worried, just like, let's get this. And Haley battled and got her put down a perfect bunt, and then Tara battled and got what she wanted. And I just love how they willed themselves to get what they wanted. Our dugout was on point, the rally caps on. You could see them as a team just know that they were going to get what they wanted to get, and that's what was pretty cool.
It was a moment of pure joy, I think, for the entire program. It was absolutely awesome. And you mentioned Brooke, and Brooke's a huge part of why that moment was able to happen. And just a remarkable weekend for the Ace of Oregon staff. She goes 18 2/3, gives up one earned run, strikes out 24 batters. Coach, this was a lineup I'm sure you know, I'm positive you know. This was the number one offense in the entire conference entering this weekend. There are a lot of great pitchers in the Pac-12. I'm a strong believer in that. I think Brooke is unique because of her confidence in the circle. I think her will to win in the circle, her determination. It felt like, especially on Friday, she was not going to allow Oregon to lose that game. And I think that's what makes Brooke Yanez unique.
Yeah, it's been awesome to watch her grow all year. Physically, she has it, but just her mental ability, her mental capacity on the mound, that's what's been shining. Just watching her grow with that and have that in her head that, you will not beat me. You will not beat me. And you know what? I thought our pitching staff overall, the whole weekend, I thought everybody did a great job of giving us a chance to win. We don't get caught up in numbers and strikeouts and you can only give up this many hits, or it's just about giving us a chance to win. And that doesn't mean they have to throw shutout inning after shutout inning. It's a chance to win. This is a tough conference and we're facing tough, offenses all season long. So put us in a position to win. And I thought they all did that.
Yeah, I think Brooke really set the tone for the entire staff on Friday. She comes out, she strikes out the side in the first inning, including the Pac-12's leading hitter in Janelle Mionio. She hadn't struck out in 59 at-bats. On Friday, she struck out in her first 2 at-bats against Brooke. So that was awfully special. Haley Cruz on her senior weekend, even if she went 0 for 15 for the series, which she certainly didn't, she'd be remembered in a really fond way by this Eugene community, by everybody who supports Oregon softball. But Haley Cruz, I think, rose to the moment. And I think that's what defines her as a player. She's talked about this a few times where she has been such a leader for this team. She has battled through so much personally for this program, being the face that has to talk to the media every week, all that at this point in their career, I don't know if she feels pressure like a normal player does. And continually throughout the season and throughout this weekend, she seems to rise to those moments. It seems like she just, she's cold-blooded in those moments where she can battle and come through. Do you think Haley Cruz feels pressure? Because I'm certainly questioning that.
I'm sure everybody, you're in a competitive weekend and, games are on the line. So there's going to feel, I think you're going to always feel pressure as an athlete. I think Haley Cruz feels very comfortable dealing with the pressure. That's what I would tell you. She's a super senior. She's been there. She's done that. She's been in this league now for, 4 years. Like, she understands what to expect, the type of pitchers she's going to face. And I just think she's very comfortable in herself. She's very confident in herself. I think she's very confident in this team. And by being like that, I think it allows her to play free. I think she is a senior that's on a mission, and she is going to walk her way. She's going to walk off the field her way, and only in her way only. And I like that.
I totally agree with that. And just, I think it's going to be sad when Haley Cruz isn't a part of the program. I think she's just been such a face, such a leader, such an example for the younger players the last few years. I can't help but wonder what her legacy is going to be in Eugene. I think senior weekend is just a natural time to discuss it. Of course, part of her legacy is going to be 8 hits on senior weekend. She hit for the cycle in 4 consecutive at-bats on Saturday, which is just absurd. How do you think Haley Cruz will be remembered when she moves on from Oregon softball?
2-1 to Cruz. Turns on one, see ya. Way back left field. It's at the wall and it's gone. Haley Cruz. A single, a double, a triple, a homer. In her last 4 at-bats, the Ducks take a 1-0 lead.
I think people remember her coming in as a young athlete and not quite, and still growing and learning how to excel in this league. And her showing that, she would tell you when she first got here, she wasn't good enough. She wasn't cracking the starting lineup. So from there, what did she do? She had to get better. She started putting in extra work before practice and after practice, and really understanding what it's going to take to compete in this league. I think people see her and how great she is now, and some don't realize where she started. Just so to see that growth athletically, I think her mentality, just how tough she is, in the outfield, and balls that she's hunting down, and just refusing to get beat at the plate and willing herself to get exactly what she wants. So not only did you see her grow physically, but you've seen her grown with a tough mentality at the plate and on defense. What I think about the most, though, is that our first year, she stood up for her team, and she stood up for what she believed in, and she took a stand. And that's something that I always have her in my heart for doing that. She told everybody, hey, Oregon softball, we're okay. We're good. We're going to be just fine. And from there, used her platform and has used it since for all, various different things. And I love that. So just to watch her really become the leader that she's become, it's been pretty special. I mean, I know she's gifted as an athlete. You can clearly see that. But just to really see her grow as a leader, that's what's pretty special. I know that when she goes into this next chapter of her life, once we are finished, and we still have plenty to do, but she will be prepared. She'll be prepared to take on the real world, and she will excel, just like she's excelling right now as a student athlete.
I think in addition to just being that person to say those things, to say, hey, we're going to be okay, I think what was really special is that people believed her. I think the team believed her. I think everybody rallied around her. And I think that's another level to leadership as well. I'll certainly remember Haley Cruz fondly. I think this is an important moment in the season. I feel like the conference win against Arizona is definitely a jump-off point. But this is the time of year where you want to be playing your best softball. I think Oregon isn't quite there. I think they're getting to that point really quickly, though. What are you looking for against Cal in particular over 4 games as the areas you want to tighten up before regionals come around in a couple weeks?
I think for us to continue on our mission, I'm not going to say anything that's totally out of left field. It's basically what I've been saying all year. I think you got to see this past weekend, our defense, our anchor was solid, and defense wins championships big time. And you got to really see how good our defense can be this past weekend. Again, our pitchers, whether it's pitching by committee or somebody being able to take a bulk of the innings, whatever it looks like, them giving us an opportunity to win ball games. And then I think offensively, just being clutch and being very timely, and that when you have opportunity, you've got to take it. But I think this team is really starting to get exactly where they need to be at the right time. So it's important to go into Cal and to work hard for those wins and allow that to take us into postseason.
The schedule moves up a little bit this weekend. It'll be Thursday, a doubleheader Friday, then Saturday. Everybody will have their eyes peeled to the TV on Sunday for Selection Sunday. Coach, we're so excited for this final 4-game series, and thanks so much for taking the time to join me on the Coach's Corner.
All right. Thanks, Jordan. I appreciate it.